Hey guys, welcome to our first Wednesday special video.
Anything is possible Wednesday.
Yeah, welcome to our Anything is Possible Wednesdays. Hello. So anyhow, we have decided in the spirit of Halloween, this week we are going to discuss the scariest movies, the most disappointing movies in the horror genre, of course, and then the weirdest movies that have been in the horror genre.
And I just want to clarify, these are our opinions. You don't have to agree or disagree with them. This is just how we feel.
Rotten Tomatoes strongly disagrees with a few of our choices, but Rotten Tomatoes sucks.
Yeah,
I guess.
They suck.
So, anyhow, let's keep that in mind. Next week we will be doing our top horror games.
Horror video games.
Horror video games or anything Halloween related. It'll be awesome.
Just cool stuff. Yeah. We're not gonna be
freaking awesome.
Crazy about it. Yeah.
So we are going to start with the weirdest movies.
Yes, the weirdest,
I think, and we'll work our way to the scariest. So for the weirdest, we only have 3 contenders because we really couldn't think of anything that was just so weird that we had to put it on the list.
It's got to be weird or like not understandable. You know, like why would they do this?
Unnecessary. Like why would this be here? So illogical, weird.
They go back and forth.
So number 3
is Saw. Now we know that I enjoy Saw. Just because they're on our weird list doesn't mean we didn't enjoy them.
The plot twists were really shocking.
Yes, the plot was incredible for almost all of the Saw movies.
Was great.
However, the concept of these people being tortured and then just being killed in these gruesome deaths, it's strange. I mean,
unnecessary. I realize that it's the whole vigilante justice thing, but some of these people really didn't do things that deserved what happened to them, and it was just like innocent people were hurt in these movies, and it was just like,
and how do these people come up with these contraptions? Like some of them are so intense, like the guy with the barbed wire, and he has to like get through them. It's just
it's scary. It's alarming. It's kind of alarming.
It makes me like kind of confused.
Yeah,
but so that is why that is our number 3.
Number 2 is a movie that we just watched like 2 days ago. It is called Oculus.
It's good.
It came out last year, 2013. The movie is very trippy a lot of the times, and they don't clarify on things, so as you're watching it, it's interesting, but as you're paying attention, you're here thinking, I really don't know what's happening. Like,
we had to look it up afterwards to make sure that certain things that were like, did this happen? Does that happen? And we looked it up to make sure if they did it or didn't happen. So yeah.
I mean, who wants to do that? When you watch a movie, you just want to sit there and be able to get all the info you need. For this one, it was just like, it's like, what was that?
All right, and I want to say our number 1. This movie we saw years ago.
Oh,
and it is the strangest movie I have probably ever seen. That's considered a horror movie. Yep. It is called Autopsy. It came out, I believe, like 2007 or 2008. It has some of the strangest contraptions. It's really weird. And there's one part with the girl and should I give a spoiler away?
Yeah, spoiler.
Okay.
Spoiler.
This is like I always think about it when I think of weird, scary movies. And this girl, she gets a spinal tap taken from this crazy doctor. And the doctor ends up drinking the...
he, like, takes a sip to test it.
Yeah, and it's absolutely... Like, just the idea of that is absolutely disgusting. And there's a lot more to the movie that's just utterly strange. Just so, like, the last part with the boyfriend is just like, what?
Yeah, if you dig the weird, you will dig Autopsy.
You would dig it.
You're gonna be like, oh. And now it's time for the most disappointing horror films. In our opinions, of course. Yep. Not on Rotten Tomatoes opinions.
No, because they got different. Okay, so for number 5, I'm actually the only one who saw this movie. It was The Evil Dead, the remake in 2014. I heard a lot about the original, so when it was coming out, I heard about it in like 2013. I was really excited because I was like, oh, they're gonna make it so cool, like it's gonna be amazing. And I watched it, and it was disgusting. There's no other way to describe it because it was like every 5 minutes, it felt like someone was having some body part like chopped off. Like just anything, and it was just like, it was so overkill, and like I was getting so sick of seeing all that fake blood everywhere, just like, oh my god, you guys stop. Like just stop, because I can handle gore. I'm pretty good with, you know, like all
as you
that
can
stuff.
tell, we watched Saw, so we're
Yeah,
obviously
so it's okay
capable.
with me. But like this was just it was just disgust. It was just gross, so gross, and I don't recommend it for anybody. I bet the original's a lot better.
Probably.
I haven't seen it.
The original's always better.
Yeah, after 2014, when I was just like, oh, I don't want to like get involved. It was a cool idea for a movie, but like it was just too much.
Lacking in other areas.
Mhm.
Let's see, that brings us to our number 4. Number 4 is called Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. It is a film by Guillermo del Toro.
It was made by somebody.
He's very famous, look him
Yes.
up. I'm sure if you type my poor pronunciation onto Google, he'll pop up, or yeah. And at first you're very terrified. At first you think, oh my god, like what's happening? What's going on? Oh. But spoiler, pause if you don't want to hear the spoiler. The little things that are being terrifying are these little itty bitty demon bat people. Like just a little army of little ant demons that go around going, and it was just,
And the ending sucked.
the ending was
terrible.
stupid, and it was just the little demon people, little miniature Lucifers.
They could have put me on edge.
It was disappointing. They could have put me on edge once I knew what they were. Like, the suspense was nice at first until you realized it was just like little sniveling.
That's honestly kind of what they sound like.
all
though.
walking around, turning off lights. Like, how interesting is that?
Ooh.
Scared.
I'm scared. The Ring is our number 3. We first watched it, and you know, it had been out for a while, and you know, we were really excited to watch it because you know everyone said it was really good.
Yes.
Terrifying. But it wasn't scary. Like I just couldn't get afraid from it, and it probably should have ended, at least in my opinion, like 20 to 30 minutes earlier.
Probably like an hour.
Like it just went on for way too long. It should have ended earlier. Should have been nice and concise. The scares could have been a lot better. The person with the like long dark hair
Samantha.
and the scary thing. Her name's Samantha. Yeah, I think her name is Samantha. But like that, if you are going to go that route, she had better be like terrifying. She'd better be the most terrifying creature I've ever seen in my entire life. But she didn't scare me.
She was scary. It was just, how many times can you watch someone come out of a well
through the TV.
come through a TV and have it still, you know, terrifying and horrifying and petrifying? I mean, it loses its touch after a while. And after a while, you're like, for God's sake, just kill everyone. Just get your job done, lady. Get out of here. End the movie.
I thought the whole plot was stupid too, but that's just our opinion.
Hey, Rotten Tomatoes. So our next one is 28 Days Later.
It was so bad that we don't remember much from it, but we remembered that it was not good.
And then the ending, you're just like, what? It was just so drawn out that you're just like. And number one,
number 1 is oh man, okay, number 1 is The Shining, and it's supposedly one of everyone's like number 1 or number 2 favorite scary movie of all time.
Is it even a scary movie though?
It was not scary at all. Maybe, especially like the twin part. The twin part didn't scare me at all, but maybe just because I'm a twin.
It was eerie.
It was eerie, yes, it was eerie.
But it was not like, oh my god.
I think the scariest part of it was when the kid was, you know, screaming red rum, and the mom like locked herself in that bathroom, and the kid just like got through. That was the scariest part. But other than that, the entire movie was just.
It wasn't really about scariness. It was just like a suspense movie, which means it should not be in the horror genre.
I didn't even think it was
It
like.
was, I guess, kind of psychological because you
It was a
watch.
psychological thriller.
You watch whatever his name is. You watch Jack Nicholson slowly descend into insanity. But I mean, as fun as that is, it's not fun at all.
And there's some parts of the movie where if you don't look it up and try to figure out what it means, you'll have no idea what the heck that's supposed to
person
go
in
on.
the dog suit.
Yep. That is explained in the book. So if you want to read the book, reading is fun, kiddos. That concludes our top disappointing films, and we are going on to the good stuff. Top 5 favorites of all time.
Alright, so number 5 on our top horror films is Cabin in the Woods. It's not necessarily terrifying, but it is a great tribute to all the horror films ever created. The crappy, the weird,
The generic,
the interesting, etc. I don't want to give the details away because it's so fascinating that, I don't know, crazy stuff happens though with the cabin. Obviously, you learn about a lot of conspiracies and stuff like that. It's very interesting, and it brings in a lot of different aspects of horror without being stupid. Like,
yes,
the second season of American Horror Story.
I mean the third season.
No, the second season.
Yeah, second season was it had too many parts to it.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods takes all these different parts though, and it makes like a really nice blend, and like it all just...
It merges very well, and in my
Together.
opinion, it is scary at certain parts, but that's because I have a few fears of the things in the movie. I don't want to give anything away, but it is, in my opinion, scary, and it's very good. Number 4 is The Orphanage. It is a Spanish film made by, I don't remember his name. It starts with a B. I'm sorry, I don't know how to
It's
speak
okay, I don't know
Spanish.
his name either.
The ending, oh my gosh.
You will be scared and you will be sad and you will cry in fear and sadness all at the same time.
All at the same time.
It is very beautiful in the fact that it ties together both horror and actual storyline and emotion. So as opposed to just, one of those films where it's a ton of jump scares and stuff, you have that, but you simultaneously have an investment with the characters and an actual plot line that you can follow and enjoy.
Yeah, it's a really good
Unique.
movie. Yeah, it's very unique, and y'all should see it.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Number 3 is The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe when he was trying to break free from his Harry Potter reigns.
It is terrifying. It's really good, though. I thought Daniel Radcliffe was incredible.
Daniel Radcliffe was so good. I didn't even think of Harry Potter the whole entire film. Maybe once.
I thought of it actually a lot. I was like, dang, he's broken out of his Harry Potter little thing, but then again, since I was thinking of Harry Potter the entire time, he probably had it.
But that was her. I thought it was great. That was terrifying. There are moments where you're just sitting there,
Just like,
guys, like that. It's so cool.
and there's a few subplots too, and it just all ties in so good.
And then the end.
It's great. Okay, you know what? The
my
ending.
God. We're
I
not
don't
gonna
wanna
get into the end,
Mm-mm.
but it was very horror-esque.
It's good though.
It was good, and
It's
that
very
brings
good.
us to number 2.
Okay. Number 2. This one is
This
the
is
one
where we dissent the most from Rotten Tomatoes opinions.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 45%. We're giving it a 100% though. It was The Strangers. They get a little knock or a ring of the door asking for Tamara. And it's just, since that moment, just
From there, it's hell.
it's like that part when you know that something terrible is gonna happen and you can see it and you're just like, oh my god, I know what's gonna happen, and you're like, turn around, just turn around, and then they don't turn around and it just gets worse and worse, and it just builds up until the end. It's kind of like one of those films where there are crazy people out there, and those crazy people would do this to innocents out there.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, who knows what's up with ghosts? However, psychopaths are very real and very scary.
So yeah, that's our number 2. And number
Number
1,
one.
it's
The Conjuring!
It's
Who wants
really
to talk about it. You want to talk about
yeah,
it?
like I
Talk about it
said.
for a second.
Okay, so we know this film was probably everyone's like, oh my god, that film was so overrated. Well, you know what? It's overrated for a reason. It's a very good, very good movie.
Get hype.
It does not require blood or gore or anything like that. It's just
be
on
scary.
its own. It's just
Chills.
so scary.
chilling. Oh my god.
The scene with the clapping that you probably seen in the trailer. It's scary. It's scary to think that there's someone behind you, and then the whole medium thing was really it was cool.
God,
Most of the time mediums it's like, oh my god, did you hear that? The movie, my bad, The Conjuring. It was really good. Everyone was incredible at acting, especially Patrick Wilson. he is great at horror movies. Like, he has got his acting chops razor sharp for that type of stuff now.
He's a steamroller and he just keeps going.
He's really good.
So great. Oh my gosh.
And it's just a really good movie about family. It has a family aspect. It has funny parts too, you know, which is weird because most of the time funny can't be played off well in scary movies. It just seems like out of place. But it flowed very, very well in this movie.
Yes, they do scary, they do happy, they do funny, and it's just, it all comes in this nice little blend in succession where you don't ever feel like there's an awkward transition between any of the moments.
It's awesome.
It's artful. And artful.
Well, that concludes our list of our weirdest, most disappointing, and the best scary movies of our all-time and our opinion. Remember, this is our opinion.
Our opinion.
Our opinion. We don't want people to be like, excuse me. You know, this is our opinion.
Give us a crappy recommendation page now. So.
Yes, you know, everyone has different types of movies that they like, scary movies. There's a bunch of different types of them as well. You know, each their own. So, yeah. Don't get mad at us if you watch one of these and they're bad to you.
Not our fault.
Not our
But anyhow, next, Anything is Possible Wednesday, like I said, we will be doing video games instead, and stay tuned for more. Alright, anyhow, we will see you guys Friday.
So until next time, y'all.
Until next time.
Yeah, bye.